Hi, this is Patrick Horn, president of GAP. Thank you to our sponsor, Madrigal, for their support of this Journal Club video module.
Hello, my name is Lisa Richards. I'm a board-certified family nurse practitioner specializing in hepatology for more than 20 years. I practice at UC San Diego Health System in San Diego, California. For this Journal Club, I will be presenting the pivotal paper in the New England Journal of Medicine published February 2024. Phase 3 randomized controlled trial of resmetirom in NASH liver fibrosis. Non-Alcoholic Steatohepatitis, NASH, now known as Metabolic Dysfunction-Associated Steatohepatitis, MASH, is a progressive liver disease characterized by the presence of 5% or greater hepatic steatosis with hepatocellular damage and inflammation. Once MASH progresses to clinically meaningful fibrosis, that is stage 2 and 3 out of 4 on a scale of 0, no fibrosis, to 4, cirrhosis, the risk of adverse clinical outcomes markedly increase. Resmetirom is an oral, liver-directed thyroid hormone receptor beta, THR-β, selective agonist in the clinical development for treatment of MASH. In MASH, the THR-β function in the liver is impaired, which leads to a reduction in mitochondrial function and beta oxidation of fatty acids in association with an increase in fibrosis. MAESTRO-NASH is an ongoing Phase 3 clinical trial evaluating the efficacy and safety of resmetirom in adults with biopsy-confirmed MASH. This paper reported week 52 results, including serial liver biopsies in 966 patients with MASH and liver fibrosis. Data from the MAESTRO-NASH trial has led to resmetirom becoming the first FDA-approved therapy for the treatment of patients with non-cirrhotic MASH with moderate to advanced fibrosis, that is stage 2 and 3, in March 2024. Patients were randomly assigned in a 1:1:1 ratio to receive once daily resmetirom at doses of 80, 100, or placebo. The two primary endpoints at week 52 were MASH resolution, defined as a reduction of NAFLD activity score by greater than or equal to 2 points, with no worsening of fibrosis, and an improvement or reduction in fibrosis by at least 1 stage, with no worsening of NAFLD activity score. The results were MASH resolution with no worsening of fibrosis was achieved in 25.9% of the patients in the 80 mg resmetirom group and 29.9% of those in the 100 mg resmetirom group, as compared to 9.7% of those in the placebo group, which was statistically significant with a p-value of less than 0.001 for both comparisons with placebo. Fibrosis improvement by at least 1 stage with no worsening of NAFLD activity score was achieved in 24.2% of the patients in the 80 mg resmetirom group and 25.9% of those in the 100 mg resmetirom group, as compared with 14.2% of those in the placebo group, again, statistically significant compared to the placebo. Low-density lipoprotein cholesterol levels decreased by 13.6% in the 80 mg resmetirom group and by 16.3% in the 100 mg resmetirom group from baseline to week 24, compared with an increase of 0.1% in the placebo group, again statistically significant for both comparisons with placebo. Diarrhea and nausea were more frequent with resmetirom than with placebo. The incidence of serious adverse events was similar across trial groups, 10.9% in the 80 mg resmetirom group, 12.7% in the 100 mg resmetirom group, and 11.5% in the placebo group. So in conclusion, both the 80 mg dose and the 100 mg dose of resmetirom were superior to placebo with respect to MASH resolution and improvement in liver fibrosis by at least 1 stage. Resmetirom was FDA approved March 14, 2024 for the treatment of adults with non-cirrhotic, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis with moderate to advanced liver fibrosis to be used along with diet and exercise. The MAESTRO-NASH trial is planned to continue to 54 months in order to accrue and evaluate liver-related outcomes, including progression to cirrhosis. It has been my pleasure today presenting this article for GAP Journal Club. Thank you for your attention, and please visit GAP website for more information on this topic.